Mubarak, can you see? Time to join Ben Ali! Oh Mubarak, can't you see? Time to join Ben Ali! Next up, I would like to introduce Fatri Zabar. He's a Tunisian human rights activist and lawyer. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you, everybody. Well, first of all, you need to notice the weather. It's beautiful weather. Nature disapproves of these regimes. In Tunisia, it didn't rain until January 15th, when Ben Ali left the country. A wind of change is blowing over this region, our region, that suffered from colonization and despotism for decades and centuries. The people in West Asia, or Middle East and North Africa, decided that enough is enough. No more they afraid of prisons and police brutalities and human rights violations. Tear gas and ammunition and shooting. In Tunisia, over 100 people died, and in Egypt we're still counting. The people spoke and spoke louder than ever. The regime's expiration date are way past due. Imagine this, if you have a carton of milk in your refrigerator with expiration date it's past due. Do you change the packaging or do you get rid of the whole carton? It's up to you to choose. For decades, in Tunisia and Egypt, people demanded their freedom and right for a decent democratic life. Mubarak and Ben Ali regime not only denied basic human rights, but committed grave human rights violations for decades. Imprisoning journalists, students, attorneys, unionists, people like you, for just voicing their right to differ. Those who were not arrested were forced to exile. A lot of people here are exiled because of these regimes. Let's make no mistake. Egyptian people, Tunisian people, Jordanian people, Libyan people, and all oppressed people in the region deserve a better future and a better life. This would have not been possible without the complicity of countries like the US, what's happening in Egypt now, what happened in Tunisia. It wouldn't have been possible without the complicity of the US, the European Union, and the West in general. France and the European Union in general. From this podium, we ask that these countries to keep their hands off of our countries and off of our future. The Egyptian people are very clearly asking Mubarak to go. Two-letter word, go. Hard to understand for him. The Egyptian people are very clearly asking Mubarak to go. Adding insult to injury, the US government today, through their special envoy to the Middle East, Frank Wisner, and I'm quoting here, said that Mubarak should remain in power to steer through the country's transition. Adding insult to injury. Keep your hands off of our future. We will finish this path alone. People united. Media from around the globe reported grave human rights violation in Egypt, including, do you know the video game Age of Empires? That's what happened a couple of days in Egypt. Like these militias of the regime attacked people like you here with daggers and batons, just to disperse them and show some pro-Mubarak kind of movement. And just for your information, I was walking by to here, and there are 5 people pro-Mubarak in Union Square, less than a mile from here. Look how many we are, look how many they are. Yeah. So, hands off of our countries, hands off of our future and our kids' future. You know, like MLK's dreams came true, our dreams will come true. We have a dream that one day our leaders will work for us and not against us. We have a dream that one day the laws of our countries will be upheld and not raped daily. We have a dream that one day the US and the West will look at us as equal human beings and not as insignificant creatures unable to govern ourselves. Yes, we have a dream, and we will make these dreams come true. As the Tunisian poet Abu al-Qasim al-Shabi said, إذا الشعب يوما أراد الحياة فلا بد أن يستجيب القدر. If one day people desire to live, then fate will answer their call, and their night will then begin to fade, and their chains will break and fall. The Egyptian government needs to immediately stop any and every kind of violence against protesters and listen to their demands. The people are hungry for freedom and democracy. These crumbs they're throwing at us, changing the government and releasing some prisoners is not enough. The only way for this revolution to start its new phase is for Mubarak to step down, and for those who helped instate this state of terror be brought to justice. In Tunisia, they tried to make us believe that Ben Ali, the former president, left, everything is going to be fine. No, we are still fighting to get rid of the dictatorship. Dictatorship, two separate things. The revolution in Tunisia is at another phase. Let's not fool ourselves. The revolution is not over. The revolution lasts for decades. We are in a crucial transitional phase that in many ways the government tried to use to abort the people's will to establish democracy and reinstate freedoms. Different schemes have been played and will be played on the Egyptian people as well, from keeping backdoor entry to former presidents. Like today, they asked Mubarak to be a honorary president. This guy has no honor. How can he be an honorary president? That's ridiculous. Changing the leadership and keeping the same policy of terror and complete denial of human rights and human dignity. We have been watching, and we will continue to watch, the transitional government in Tunisia. Run the cops. Yeah, and so that they do not hijack our revolution and steer back the country into autocracy and dictatorship. The revolution in Tunisia offered Tunisian people a unique opportunity to revise our judicial system, including the constitution that have been tailored to serve the former president, his party, his family and friends. I hope that in the new Egypt soon to come, Egyptians will take this opportunity as well to reinforce freedoms and address underlying issues such as women's rights. And like Tunisia, adhering to international conventions and protocols that reject torture and abolish death penalty. Now, it's the time. Today is the day. And thank you all for coming. I want to finish this little, and thank you for your patience, by quoting Pastor Martin Niemöller. He said, first they came for the socialists. I didn't do anything. I was not socialist. Then they came for the unionists. I didn't do anything. I was not unionist. Then they came for me. And there was nobody there to help me. So thank you all for coming today. Keep the good work. تحيا مصر، تحيا تونس، تحيا العالم العربي.
So, I think, تحيا مصر، تحيا مصر، تحيا مصر، تحيا تونس، تحيا تونس، تحيا اليمن. So, brothers and sisters, I forgot actually to introduce all of the three MCs. So, there's Lubna Darwish from UC Davis. And there's Zainab from UC Berkeley.